Exactly as predicted, Bitcoin hits 65K. Is this the end of the bear rally, or is there more downside to come? Let's find out. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 1:45 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 65,900. And before we do the top-down analysis, I gotta go over this winning trade on the weekly chart. I gave you guys this bear flag since the beginning of January, and I said if we break down, we could come down as low as 68,723. Not only did we hit the exact measure move, but we went down as low as 65,500. So congratulations on whoever took this trade. This is a big win for the FlexCandle community. If you guys are lost in the process of trading and you're not sure how to create patterns, you're not sure where to take profits, when to get in, check out the FlexCandle beginner course where you learn to read the candles and flex the moves. Right now, for a limited time, I have it at a 50% discount. Check out the link in the description and get your digital course today. Now, starting off here with the weekly chart, and right now this candle closes in the next 3 days and 6 hours. The stochastics RSI are still rolling over. It looks like we have more downside to go. Right now, we're pretty close to the 200 moving average. That's at $58,060. I don't see why we wouldn't hit that. If we go to the 4-day chart, I told you guys if we lose this 200 moving average, then the next line of defense is the 5-day 200 moving average. We just lost that. This candle closes in 4 days and 6 hours, so we could always bounce back up and not close underneath it. But if we close this, check this out, the 6-day, we're already about to touch the 200 moving average. That's at 63,700. Once we breach this 6-day 200 moving average, and look at the stochastics, it's rolling over, then the next thing is going to be this 200 moving average on the weekly chart at 58K. If you guys remember episode 214, if you guys haven't seen it, go see it. I go over how low can Bitcoin go. At that point, we were still over here somewhere at the 80 moving average, probably like around 95K or so. And I was telling you guys, in a bear market, we're going to go down to the 200 moving average, and more than likely, we're possibly even going to go under the 200 moving average. So if we break this 200 moving average, we have some support here at around 51K. But then if we lose that, we could gap down easily to 43. And I've even talked as low as 35K, and reality as low as I believe like 20 something K. Because what's happening now is that this is a head and shoulder pattern on the weekly. Left shoulder, head, and this is the right shoulder, and we just broke the neckline. So if we do the measured move from the top of the head to the neckline, this pretty much takes us to 25K, which is all the way right here, right where this base is on the VRVP. We already got some of the measured move of this head and shoulder pattern. So guys, this is going to be the next pattern that we have here, is going to be this head and shoulder on the weekly chart, taking us down possibly to 25. Now, I believe we're going to go under the 200 moving average on the weekly chart. I don't know if we'll make it to 25, maybe, and hopefully we don't hit the whole measured move. I could definitely see us coming down to about 50K. Again, nothing is guaranteed. Right now, short term, I am seeing us possibly heading down to 63 and possibly to at least 58 to hit this 200 moving average. Time will tell. But most of the times I do these measured moves, you guys know from seeing this channel, they usually come out most of the time. Now, let's head over to the 3-day chart. Stochastics still have to reset. I keep on saying this. The only thing that I see saving us is that we are far away from the 21 moving average. And every time we're far away from the 21 moving average, whether we're on the way down or we're on the way up and we're bullish, we usually have to come back down to the 21 or go back up to the 21. I have not seen any sideways action where a bear flag is being created, kind of like over here. We went straight down, then some sideways happened. So if I could see some sideways happening, then I could tell you guys with a little bit more confidence that the 21 moving average is probably going to come down to price range as we go sideways. Hopefully we get some type of V-shaped recovery to at least touch the 21 moving average, even if we end up rolling over. We take a look at the daily chart. Stochastics still want to roll over. We're still dragging here sideways. So this is why I think we still have more sideways to go. We only went sideways here for a couple of days. This is a little bear flag, and then we came down here as well. Take a look at the 22-hour chart. No relief here. Still looks like we're rolling over. Again, we're far away from this 21 moving average, but they're not giving us what we want. They're not giving us no relief. They really want us to capitulate here. On the 4-hour chart, stochastics still have not been able to reset. We could still drag here for a very long time. Look what happened in this situation here when we never were able to make it up. We're so far from the 200 moving average now. That's at 88,587, and now we have resistance pretty much at 74, 75k with this 21 moving average. If we head over to the 1 hour chart, stochastics look like they're on the way up, but they also could roll over here. We also have now resistance at 70k, so this is getting really bad. I remember when resistance was 94k, we went and tested that a couple of times. When we finally broke it, went to 98. Now we're talking about 70k as being resistance. This is insane. In the 15-minute chart, no power here. We're rolling over as well. If we zoom out here and we just take a look at this 4-hour chart, you could just see how we just fell off this cliff on this head and shoulder pattern, zoop, all the way down here. So right now, guys, the price is at 65,667. We're going to be playing a range between 60k and 70k. If we break 60k, we open up the doors to the ranges between 50k and 60k. I really wish that this doesn't happen, but this is the pattern that looks like could happen eventually. Again, this took a while to play out. I gave you guys this bear flags like in the beginning of January, and it took pretty much a whole month to play out. So coming all the way down here could take a couple of months, but this is in play. I still believe that at some point we're going to go back and revisit the 50 moving average, and I've been telling you guys, I believe that's going to happen once the 50 moving average is below 100k. And if you take a look at it, the 50 moving average is at 100,153. I believe with this weekly close we might get under 100k, and then doesn't mean it'll happen right away. I think eventually we'll make it back up to the 50 moving average. Maybe the 50 moving average has to be at 95 or at 90k for us to get a crazy relief, but I do expect some type of relief at some point, even if we end up rolling over again. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.